Hey everybody, and welcome to a special episode of Passion and Pain Reviews. I'm here this evening. I'm hopefully gonna. We're not going to be joined by a challenger. We're supposed to have a challenger join us this evening, but he seems to be having some technical issues. So we're just going to crack on straight at the show. So I'm here today to run down the top 10 favourite sources that I have reviewed so far this year in Passion and Pain. So since the 1st of January this year up until now, because we are midway through the year, we're in June, so we've got another 6 months left of the year to go. But I've picked out of 60 sources I've reviewed so far this year, I've picked my favourite 10 sources. So we're going to crack straight on with this because there seems to be technical issues going up and down everywhere. So number 10, my top 10 Number 10 in my top 10 favourite sources so far this year is this one. This is the Super Hot number 55 from Irish sauce producers Brazen Chili. Now, this sauce packed a punch when I first reviewed it. It was full of flavour and that heat just absolutely kicked in instantly. It was by far one of the hottest sauces I have reviewed so far this year, next to another one, but they were close. They were close, but I had to pick one of the two, and I'd have to just pick the Brazen 55 over the sheer point that it was hot and it was flavoursome. So that was the Brazen hot sauce. Now I did review the other three Brazens in the range, but the Brazen 55 happened to have packed more of a heat, which was my favourite of all because it lit me up like a Christmas tree. So that is number 10. So if you want to check out Brazen Hot Sauce, go check them out on Instagram or on Facebook. Just into Brazen Chili and you will come across some great Irish sauce producers. So go check them out. Now moving into number 9 slot in my top 10 was this one, the Ghost of a Hoisin Sauce by Nova 51 Hot Sauce. Chris Russell, a fellow Sons of Fire herald here at the UK Sons of Fire. He created a range of hot sauces he sent to me over the Christmas period. I finally got round to reviewing it back in January. Ghost of Hoisin Sauce, which is a really nice hoisin-based sauce with a fiery kick of ghost. Now, I really enjoyed this one. This did not last very long with me at all. In fact, I think it lasted me just over a week. Now, I added it to most things, stews, casseroles, my chili con carne, my stir fries. It worked with everything because that kick of ghost was absolutely spot on. It was just delightful on the palate. I'm really hoping Chris re-releases this one. I'm not sure if he's got any new sources coming out at the moment, but Ghost of Hoisin makes it into my top 10 at number 9 of favourite sources reviewed so far this year. I did review the other sources in his range, but this one was by far the best one of the 4 he sent me. So we'll now get with that. So now we're moving into the top. Moving on to number 8, and I'm going to have to bring up the website I purchased this one from, which is, there we go, scrolling across the bottom of your screen right there. And number 8 is the Jalapeno Ranch sauce from Melinda's, purchased from SomeLikeItHot.shop. Now, this sauce was by far my favourite of all the Melinda's new sauces they released, come up to Christmas. Released coming up to Christmas. So this was a fantastic tasting sauce. This worked with everything, my cheese sandwiches, chicken sandwiches. It worked practically with everything, even wraps. It goes perfectly well in wraps too. That's why I chose it as my number 8. Now, the other sauces they released was the Buffalo Ranch. I was not very keen on the Buffalo Ranch. I found that one a little bit too on the vinegary side. You had the black truffle, ghost pepper black truffle, and then you had the honey. I think there was one more. I can't remember what the other one was. But yeah, so that's number 8, which is the Jalapeno Ranch, which was a fantastic tasting sauce. So go check them out. You can purchase that direct from Some Like It Hot shop. Rolling across the link on the bottom of the screen right there. So go check them out. That is number 8, and a very worthy number 8. Moving on to sauce number 7 now. This sauce was a fan favorite in the house. I loved it. My partner loved it. I'm sure you're going to love it too if you can get your hands on it. This was also purchased from the Some Like It Hot shop website. Scrolling across the bottom of your screen right now, and this is the Adabaloco pineapple habanero sauce, and boy, was it a delicious sauce. It worked really well on wraps. It worked really well on pizza. Now, pineapple does belong on pizza, guys. Don't slate it. Get some of this sauce, put it on your pizza because it worked so well. Now, my partner is not a big fan of hot sauces, but this one lit her taste buds up. She thoroughly enjoyed this one as much as I did. Yeah, again, this sauce did not last very long in my hands, no matter my missus' hands, because as soon as she got hold of it, that was it. It was, no, you're not having this one back. I'm keeping this one to myself. That's the Adabaloco pineapple habanero sauce. Now, Adabaloco have got a huge range of sauces available on the Some Like It Hot shop website, so please go check them out. That is sauce number 7. Now we're moving on to sauce number 6. Now I'm happy this one reached my top 6. It comes from today's Adventure Sauces, Ryan Lee, all the way over there in the United States of America. They've only just recently started making hot sauces, and this is their first sauce in their range. This was the pineapple red habanero sauce, and yeah, it hit me straight away. It was such a delicious sauce. It was like a ketchup, which made you want to come back for more and more and more. The more I had of it, the more I enjoyed it. And during that live stream, we were joined by a couple of other faces from the community. We were joined by Ryan Lee, of course, and we were joined by Stefan Harrop, who came on and chugged that sauce basically. That is a really enjoyable sauce. I can't wait to see what's coming up with this brand. It certainly made a worthy number 6 in my top 10. I did say I have reviewed over 60 sauces so far this year, and this has made it into the top 6. So that's Ryan Lee's today's adventure sauce. That can be purchased from Some Like It Hot shop, scrolling across the bottom of your screen there, so please go check that out. Moving into, in fact, no, we're not gonna move into the top 5 just yet. We're gonna come straight in with this huge announcement I have got to announce tonight, guys. Now, this has been in the pipeline for quite a while, and we're kicking off the huge announcement that at the end of this year, end of 2024, I'll be hosting the first ever Passion and Pain Sauce Awards. Now, over the next 12 months, 6 to 12 months, over the next 6 months, including the 6 months where I've just gone, I will be reviewing many sauces, and basically I have decided to do a sauce awards. So at the end of each year, I will pick 3 winners from 5 separate categories. We have got extra hot, mild, medium, mild, and family friendly. Each category will have 3 winners, first, second, and third. The winners will receive a certificate at the end of the award stating that they have won an award for a tasty sauce. I will be compiling a shortlist throughout the year of which sauces, and then about mid-November, I'll be picking my top three of every category. So that is going to be the Passion and Pain Hot Sauce Awards. Going to be sponsored by Flavour and Fire, Ethanol Gaming Community, and of course our friends at SomeLikeItHot.shop. Hit up Boom Sauce today, worth a try, man. I've got to get some. Hopefully, I'll get some before the end of the year, and maybe they'll make it onto my shortlist. So that is the Hot Sauce Awards, which I'm planning on releasing at the end. Well, it's active now, but the awards will be sent out direct to the producers at the end of the year. My shortlist is slowly building at the moment because we've done 60 so far. So here's to another, I don't know, 120, maybe 200 sauces I review over the next year. So I can't wait to get that off the ground. It's really exciting news because this is the first time we have ever decided to hold an awards, and it'll be a special award because it's a Passion and Pain award. So that's that. So let's move back on to my top 5 sauces so far this year, and my number 5 sauce comes from Clark and Hopkins Ukraine sauce, purchased from www.someLikeItHot.shop. This is an amazing sauce. It's a verde style sauce with proceeds of every sale going towards helping the people in the Ukraine, the troops and the people who are currently surviving the onslaught from the Russians. This is the Clark and Hopkins sauce. As I say, it's a verde style sauce. It's made with jalapenos, dill, and another ingredient I haven't got the sauce available. I had some pictures up of the sauces. But this works really well with spinach. I added a good glug of it to my spinach, and it really lights up your spinach or anything green. Even your tacos, this will go really well on your tacos. I wouldn't say it's a hot sauce. I'd say it's on the medium side on the heat scale. So it's a really enjoyable sauce. Even your kids will enjoy it. But if you love green sauces, then please go check out Clark Hopkins Ukraine sauce. Remember, proceeds of sales of that go to help and support the people of the Ukraine. Moving on to number 4 on my hot sauces so far this year, and it comes from Hot Boss. Found these guys on Instagram, and this is their smoky barbecue sauce. Now, this took me by surprise when I first tried it because the flavors were on point, the heat was perfect. It comes under the heat range of mild. I'd say it's a really mild sauce. It's nice, smoky and barbecuey. Works great on everything. I added this to my chili con carne, and it adds a decent depth to chili con carne. Also, I've added it to pork ribs, pork steaks, etc., and it adds an added extra flavour to it. There is 3 sauces in the Hot Boss range. You've got the Hot Boss Original, and you've got the Hot Boss Hot, but I selected the smoky barbecue one as my favourite one. And come on, it is the season for barbecues. So go check these guys out. You find them on Instagram at Hot Boss Brands. Go check them out and purchase yourself a bottle of this, an amazing product. Moving on to we're heading into the top 3, and taking number 3 slot is the Eaten Alive Preserved Lemon Hot Sauce. Now, I love fermented sauces, and I saw this one. Well, this one came as a part of a gift pack. Now, I saw this one, I tried it, I fell in love with it. This works perfect as a salad dressing, drizzled over drizzled over anything, over your salads, your wraps, chicken, fish. It's absolutely perfect. It's also a vegan-friendly sauce as well. For all you vegans out there, it's an enjoyable one for you to get stuck into. Eaten Alive London, which was purchased from some like dot shop, scrolling across the bottom of your screen right there. You can also find the full range of Eaten Alive products on the website too. So please go check out Eaten Alive. You will not be disappointed with this sauce because it 100% works. Hence, it's made it into my top 3 favourite sauces so far this year. Moving on to number 2 in my top 10 favourite sauces so far this year, and it comes from Cornish artisan hot sauce producers, which is Cornish Chilies, and this is their Jamaican Gold sauce. This is a ginger sweet chili sauce, which absolutely blew my socks off with flavour, heat. Yeah, it was absolutely perfect. As I said, it's like a sweet chili style sauce, but it's got deep notes of ginger. It's really, really ginger. It's nice on the palate. It didn't last very long with me. I had it on burgers, I had it on hot dogs, I had it, what else did I have it on? Sausage sandwiches, bacon sandwiches, you name it. This is very, very versatile. So this is a thoroughly enjoyable one from Cornish Chilies. So go check out Cornish Chilies. You can find these guys at the www.somelikelithot.shop website below too. Now please go, and now we're going to, where's the next one? And moving on to number 1 sauce out of the top 10. It comes from a sauce I reviewed recently, which is Cobra sauce from Gagas. Now I found these guys on Instagram, and they've got an amazing range of sauces, and there's 3 sauces in their range. But I reviewed this one the other day. The sauce must have lasted me a maximum of 3 days max. I used it in practically everything, every day cooking. It just worked perfectly. It was nice. It was a nice and chunky red sauce. It falls under the hot range of sauces. It worked well in chilies, stir fries. I did some noodles with it. I did a spicy chicken chorizo pasta, which was amazing. That worked so well. Hence, that's the reason why it is claimed number 1 spot in my favourite sauces from the past 6 months. So that is Gaga's Cobra Red Hot Chili Sauce. Please go check them out. I'm really looking forward to trying the rest of their sauces in their range too. So that brings an end to tonight's show. I know it's a short show, it's only 20 minutes long. We did plan on having a special guest on tonight doing a challenge, but for some reason people are having troubles getting into the stream tonight, which is unusual. We'll look into it and we'll get it sorted. So this has been my top 10 hot sauces reviewed so far this year. So we started off at number 10 with Brazen, number 55. Then we went on to Ghost of Hoisin from Nova 51. Then we moved on to Jalapeno Ranch from Melinda's. Then we moved on to Adabo Loco Pineapple Habanero Hot Sauce. Then it was the Today's Adventure Sauce, Red Habanero and Pineapple Sauce. Then we hit on the Ukraine sauce from Clark and Hopkins. Then we followed that up by Smoky Barbecue Sauce from Hot Boss brands. Then we hit up with the preserved lemon sauce from Eaten Alive. And number 2 was Jamaican Gold from Cornish Chilies. And at number 1 was, of course, what we just mentioned, was the Gaga's Cobra Red Hot Sauce. Hopefully we'll be doing another stream very, very soon. But remember, guys, the news what was released today is that we'll be holding a Hot Sauce Awards at the end of the year for my favourite sauces reviewed so far this year. So if you wish to get an entry in, please contact me, send me an entry. I'll quite happily review it. Who knows? It could get into those top three places in all 5 categories: the extra hot, the hot, the medium, the mild, and the family friendly range. Anyway, for now, I have been EHP. This has been Passion and Pain Review, a special show. Please remember to check out my sponsors, which are Dr. B's Elixir Cool Living Mouth Spray for instant relief from spicy foods. A few sprays of this in your mouth and boom, the pain is gone by 60 to 70%. And also, please check out www.sunlight.shop. Remember to use that code EXTREME10 at the checkout for 10% off all your orders, save you plenty of pennies and pounds. But for now, I've been, of course, EHP. Remember to hit that like, subscribe, and share button, and we will see you all again very, very soon. Bye.